ENPM687 Digital Forensics and Incidence Responses is taught by Jonas Amoonarquah and Ryan Kropff. In this course, students will implement a robust incident response methodology, including proper forensic handling of evidence, and cover legal aspects of national and international law regarding forensics. The bulk of this course covers evidence acquisition, preservation, analysis, and reporting on multiple platforms. The following is an excerpt from a class session taught by Jonas Amoonarquah to provide a sense of what you can expect from this course.
A quick touch up on who am I. IT security specialist here at the University of Maryland, forensic analyst lead, which means I have lots of stories, interesting stories and things like that, some of which I'll share throughout the course. And, I've been doing IT for about 18 years and cybersecurity for about 11 years now. So, all right, so let's hop into these core concepts and see what all this forensic stuff is about. So the title of the course is Incident Response and Computer Forensics, right? So we will get into the incident response portion, but let's talk about what the basics are, and that's forensics, right? So forensics is really application of, science or scientific methods to solve a type of legal problem or something similar, right? So as we go through the course, we'll see how these scientific methods and how they interoperate with, various laws, how they're linked together. We'll also see how no matter what kind of evidence we have, it's worthless if we haven't acquired it correctly so that it's admissible in the court of law. So nice summary that I've seen of digital forensics. What is it? And again, it's the application of computer science and investigative procedures for a legal purpose that involves analysis of digital evidence after a proper search authority, chain of custody validation with mathematics, use of those validated tools, repeatability, reporting, and then possible expert presentation. So all those little sections that is mentioned here are things that we are going to cover in the course, amongst many other things. But we'll see how all of these go together. And the reason why this is important is because if you look at it, it says, let's say we have the correct analysis and all the digital evidence we need, custody validation, all of that, but we haven't we never had the proper search authority, right? None of that stuff matters, right? And then let's say we do everything correctly, needs to be presented in court. So now the forensic analyst becomes the expert witness and needs to present the data in court. And this is to people, and could be a jury, it could be a judge, people who may not be so technical, right? But then it's highly technical information, so then we have to do the translation and share it in a way and be subject to cross-examination and all that stuff. So forensics can get interesting. Some use cases in general for forensics is criminal investigations, civil litigations, just general intelligence matters, human resources issues, right? Now, when we're looking at criminal investigations, this covers a wide array of things, right? Identity theft, anything from espionage, stolen devices, child pornography, everything similar to that, right? It can go even farther, anything from just simple burglary, terrorism, again, homicide, all sorts of things. So there's civil litigations, right? So EDiscovery is a process that we'll cover much later in the course, but essentially it's discovery of electronic data, and it has to be done properly, so it has to be secured, searched, and then used for a civil or criminal case, right? So that in itself, if you want to be an EDiscovery, analyst or specialist, it's a huge, huge market for that, right? There's general intelligence. You can get into the intelligence fields and agencies, and you'll see that there's a lot of this going on. You'll be doing a lot of analysis and forensics and decoding and things similar to that, with all sorts of data and documents from many different sources, right? And then you also have DOMEX, which stands for a document and media exploitation standard. That is used. So that's something that standard that you'll come across, depending on the field that you actually get in, and use to do some of this exploration. So HR issues. So human resources, right? So sometimes, human resources or stakeholders in a company will ask, hey, can you, check something, verify something, discover something, right? Wherein that forensics is used to assist in those cases. Seeing this in real life, it could be simple and petty things to great cases of fraud, so to speak, right? So we're seeing some of the cases and scenarios, and some of these scenarios we'll use for some of this assignments and things in the course, right?